Look, I've always liked Kirby Air Ride and grew up with the game on the GameCube, and when Kirby Air Riders was announced, I still wasn't that hype. I was like, okay, it's Air Ride again, and it looks fine, and even after the first Direct, I was like, cool. It is what it is, you know what I mean? It's nothing that I can't wait for or anything like that. But then they announced a second Direct that would be an hour long, and I said, what possibly could Sakurai have to talk about for another hour on top of the 45-minute Direct we got prior? Oh my goodness gracious, was there content. This was no joke the greatest Nintendo Direct of the Switch 2 era so far. It was up there with the Donkey Kong Bonanza one, and still way better than the 2 general Directs that we've gotten for the console so far, which is just crazy to even think about. A spin-off Kirby racing game had a better Direct than any of the generals so far. Sakurai added everything under the freaking sun for this game. I mean, he literally starts off by just talking about, hey, remember Top Ride? It'd been a lot if we added that mode too on top of all the content that's already in this game, but guess what? We did. Like, he single-handedly just flexed the fact that, hey, we didn't have to do this, but we did it, and we did it as far as we possibly could have gone. Like, they literally have the same exact mode, but now you can actually choose your machine. There's, like, mechanics that you can change and stuff with the controls. The camera moves differently, and the tracks are a lot bigger in Top Ride. Not to mention, they added a bunch of new stages in the mode. But outside of the main racing mode, Top Ride, and City Trial, there's still another 4th game mode called Road Trip. We still don't know 100% what this is going to be like, but it feels kind of like Smash Bros. Classic mode, but with some actual story elements. Like, there's going to be cutscenes for all the different characters and their own journeys and stuff, which is pretty cool. And there's like cameos from past characters and enemies and bosses from past games. And yes, it seems like there is also going to be boss battles as well, and some type of, you know, bigger overarching story, which is pretty interesting. He seems to really be teasing this mode, showing off Galactic Nova and the Fountain of Dreams at the very end. There's some crazy story going on here. Bro looked like he's holding in a laugh. You know who doesn't have any type of story mode whatsoever? Sakurai announced that the game would actually have licenses that you can have, where you can like customize it with stickers and decorations and make it custom to you. It'll show your global win power at the bottom left with like pretty much the global smash power, how good you are at the game. There's also a full-on ranking system with a little badge representing your rank. There's even a little hangout area where you can run around with your character and just play around with the other racers until the match starts, which is hilarious. And there's actually things to interact with and do in the room. Yeah, Mario Kart World doesn't have any of that. Sakurai also showed off that he's bringing back every single track from the first game. For some reason, he decided to add just like one stage from a past game, which is Planet Robobot, and looks like the inside of the Access Arc. You can even see the heart in the center, which is actually a secret boss from the true arena in that game. City Trial looks better than ever, with tons of events that pop up and boss battles and all types of wacky things going on. You can even have team battles, but if you want to get your Mario Kart World fix in, you can even free roam around this map as well. And at the end of each City Trial session, you'll play an arena game, and there's tons of them this time around, including, you know, returning ones and brand new ones as well. Like one that I really am interested in, Beam Gauntlet, which has you going through like a spy hallway, dodging lasers and trying to reach the end first. You can also get events that have straight up boss battles. There's one giant Robo DDD that actually transforms like a straight up Autobot, where he can turn into a car and then back into a robot again. And there's even more bosses coming, including the return of Nightmare and some new digitalized version of Zero from Crystal Shards. But Mario Kart has a battle mode without bosses or arena events or any chaos or anything at all. Checklists make a return, which gives you a reason to 100% the game, which gives you tons of missions for each mode in order to fully complete the game to its 100% capacity. Each racer has their own special moveset and their own special attack that they can have as well. Oh yeah, and did I mention the fact that you can fully customize your own machine from the ground up? You can have preset decals, or you can just straight up add parts and customize it all like Mario Kart DS style, where you can literally add symbols and emblems and even draw things on it. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Oh, but you can add one sticker on your cart in Mario Kart World. Can you see it? I know, you're gonna say, but Mario Kart World has costumes for all of its characters. Well, guess what? You can decorate any character with any costume that you want, pretty much, giving them their own hats, ribbons, just pretty much anything that you want. And this is on top of the fact that all the characters have alternate colored costumes as well. There's also an in-game currency that you can actually use. You're not just collecting coins for no reason, but every time you win, you get these things called miles, which are the coins of this game, where you can actually spend them on new music music for all the tracks. You can spend them on brand new machines, brand new customizable options so you can decorate your machines. And wait, did I say you could buy and play music? Of course I did, because just like Smash Brothers, you can choose which soundtracks play on which tracks, and you can pretty much customize the game's music any way that you want. The game's menu looks absolutely beautiful. There's this really cool kind of like desk layout where everything's laid out as tabs on a desk, and it just looks so good and playful. I love this. But if I sat here and went through every little detail that Sakurai is putting in this game, I mean, this would be longer than the direct itself, because he's thought of everything. There's different control settings that you can set to make it work perfectly for you. You can map certain buttons and controls for you. You can change the camera if it's shaking, or the way the camera pans and moves. Your FOV slider you can even change. I mean, he's thought of genuinely everything. There's an in-game camera that you can manipulate and mess around with, and there's just so much. You can look at the specials and the details and information for every single character. I mean, the amount of detail poured into this game by this man is just, we don't see this amount of effort and level of care in video games anymore, man. It also mentioned that he announced 3 more amiibo that can all interswap with each other, and you can even customize the amiibo's machine itself with some of them. There's also these things called gummies that you can collect after winning races and stuff. Why? I freaking have no clue, but I love them. You can get your own stinking garage in this game, where you can put your favorite vehicles and customize your vehicles and look at them and stuff. And of course, you can invite other people over to come and look at your garage, or you can go look at other players' garages as well and just decorate them and theme them off of different things. Like, why do we need this? I don't know, but I love it. And Sakurai's not just adding nothing but enemy characters from the series. He's adding also mainline staples like Taranza, and even Marx is making a return. So, okay, I can't lie for this one. I actually do like all the NPC characters as much as people hate them. I just wish there were other mainline characters like EGAD and stuff from past games, like pull from the RPGs or something, Nintendo, jeez. Sakurai even cooked unbelievably with the time trials, because not only does it just show you your best times and stuff, but it's also based on the vehicle now. So you can have the best time with a specific vehicle for that specific stage, which is so smart. In photo mode, you can do little things like leave trails in the sky and stuff to pose for pictures. On top of all of that, Sakurai announced that there would be play tests so you can try the game out as a free demo before it comes out. And he also stated how there would probably be no more games in this series, that this wouldn't become a big series. This is just a passion project that he's wanted to do, and he's going to pour everything that he has into this game, which also means no DLC or updates or anything like that. Everything that he wants to be added into this game is going to be added into the game day one via a day one patch. So yeah, it's all going to be there from the start, and there's not going to be any paid DLC or anything like that, which is just a huge W in this day and age. But look, okay, I don't hate Mario Kart World. In fact, I gave it a 7 out of 10, which isn't a hating score, but man, it just lets me down when I saw what that game could have actually been. Mario Kart World had the potential to be something spectacular, but it feels like after waiting almost 11 years, I think over 11 years for a new mainline Mario Kart game, I really expected them to go all out and do everything that they possibly could to fill the game with as much content as possible. But with it lacking so much content, and looking what Sakurai did all for this one Kirby Air Riders game, is just insane to me. It just feels like Sakurai hit all the spots. He added every possible thing that he could think of. This feels like a game with compassion and effort and care poured into it, and I just don't have that feeling for Mario Kart World. And with it being about 5 months since Mario Kart World and still not even a hint at future DLC or updates coming to the game, it's safe to say that, yeah, it's gonna be struggling to keep players playing, especially when games like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds has tons of future DLC, and then Kirby Air Riders is just as good as it looks so far. I am so happy to say that Sakurai cooked unbelievably here. He made a game that I was a little bit iffy on at first, looked like one of the best Switch 2 games that we have announced yet. I am now eagerly awaiting this game, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below how you felt after that direct. Do you feel like this is about to just completely kill off Mario Kart World, or do you still think Mario Kart World is better? I don't know. Or do you kind of love them both? Maybe you're somebody just like, look, they're both awesome in their own rights. But yeah, regardless, dude, yeah, Kirby Air Riders, that thing is packed. It is packed full of content. I can't wait. Have a blessed day, guys. See ya.